How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? I have 3 words for you. The Ultimate Fighter. Yes, it is back. Yes, Juliana Pena and Amanda Nunes are the current coaches, but it looks like we might be getting a real superstar. Potentially, Khabib Nurmagomedov and Tony Ferguson. Listen, we know the story by now. Tony and Khabib. By the way, it seems like I'm talking about Tony a lot recently, but the man's doing interviews, the man's fighting, and the man's a very interesting, peculiar individual. Now, he was on the Helwani show, and he said, listen, Khabib, if you don't want to fight, let's coach the Ultimate Fighter together. Because Tony's kind of transitioning into more of the coaching role. And Khabib came out and said, yes, I like this idea, no problem, send location. He said, no, in all seriousness, talk to your bosses. And, you know, he's open to the idea. And wouldn't that be incredible? Listen, Khabib and Tony, it's the one that got away, right? They were matched up together 5 times and the fight never took place. For whatever reason, maybe it was Tiramisu Tuesday.
It's tiramisu time!
Okay, maybe it was Tony with his petrol station sunglasses on, tripping over a cable at the Fox Studios. Or maybe it was Khabib just coming in a little bit too overweight. We don't know. We don't know the reasons, but we do know they were matched up 5 times and the fight never took place. And it really is the one that got away. And it has a lot of people wondering. Now, Khabib retired, of course, 29-0, the GOAT in many people's eyes, tremendous career, the respect of the worldwide MMA community, and a ton of money in his bank account. So he literally smashed it. He did everything there is to do. For Tony Ferguson, he's still kind of obsessing about that one. He still wants to fight Khabib, which I respect, because it seems like every other word out of Tony's mouth is about Khabib. And he said, listen, if we could go on the Ultimate Fighter together, kind of squash some beef and bring up some next fighters, that would be incredible. And as I say, Khabib's open to the idea. So wouldn't that be something? For my money, take it right now. Take it, sign me up. I will watch that every single week. And I think this would have the potential to be one of the most popular Ultimate Fighters that the UFC has ever done. The UFC started the Ultimate Fighter. Season 1 was way back in 2006. And I remember at the time Forrest Griffin was the champ, but I remember it aired on a TV station, Bravo, in the UK. And I wanted to watch it, and my wife wouldn't let me watch it because she said, no, if you were on that show, I know you'd win the entire thing. Little did she know, or I know, that I would go on season 3 and end up winning the entire thing. But when you look at The Ultimate Fighter, this isn't a video for me to sit here and say how great I am. When you look at The Ultimate Fighter, some of the talent that came through there is just absolutely phenomenal. Of course, you know, many champions. Rashad Evans, myself, who else? Kamaru Usman, the current pound-for-pound #1. Tony Ferguson himself. There's others. Juliana Pena, she was on The Ultimate Fighter. Matt Serra came for the comeback season. I mean, just unbelievable. You know, the amount of talent that came through there. And of course, we got the, I just want to bang, bro. We got those guys as well. So we got some dickheads. We got some people going there for maybe not the correct reason. Some people, they're going for the 5 minutes of fame, and other people like myself that were there to win, to become the Ultimate Fighter, and to set themselves up with a career in the UFC. And when I think about it, Khabib versus Tony Ferguson, that would be incredible. And the good thing about Khabib versus Tony Ferguson, there's a potential that that fight gets made at the end of it, you know, because we know Khabib, he's retired. He's honouring his mother. His mother doesn't want him to fight, and that's very good. That is very good. You know, but just being around Tony Ferguson for that long, Tony Ferguson talking shit, Tony Ferguson poking the bear, Khabib wrestling the bear, you know, you never know. At the end of it, he might say, you know, Dana, fuck this, send me location, let's go, brother. This is #1 bullshit.
This is #1 bullshit.
Okay, no, this video was not just an excuse for me to do my terrible Khabib impression. It's to talk about Khabib and Tony Ferguson coaching the Ultimate Fighter. Khabib is retired. You know, DC came out this week, though, and he said there's a potential that if Charles Oliveira fights Islam Makhachev, which might be the very next fight at lightweight. I mean, who else is there? I mean, there's a lot of other people. There's a lot of worthy challenges, but none as deserving as Islam Makhachev. The only fly in that ointment is that I think he's matched up with Beneil Dariush, although that's not official, but that was the talk around the campfire. But you never know, because Charles Oliveira needs a contender. And Islam Makhachev might just be the guy to beat him. When you look at the way they match up, as I say, with the jiu-jitsu, with the wrestling and all the experience, the size, the momentum on the side of Islam Makhachev, also on the side of Charles Oliveira, it's a sensational fight if it was to happen. But if Charles Oliveira could pull it off, If Charles Oliveira could come out of that fight as the victor, right? Well, now Khabib has got other motivation. Now Khabib wants to come in and settle the score. Khabib wants to come in and be the big brother and get revenge for Islam Makhachev. Maybe he wants to do it for the pride of Dagestan. Maybe he wants to show, listen, we are the best. We are the number one lightweights in the world, brother. Come on, just give me the chicken. Let's go. I don't know. Maybe I'm clutching at straws. Maybe this is me talking as a fan, you know. But I like it. I like that idea. I like the idea of Tony Ferguson, Khabib Nurmagomedov. I think everyone just wants to see Khabib because whilst he's not a guy that necessarily talks shit, he is funny, he is humorous, and he does have a way about him and a way with words that is very engaging. And then, of course, when it comes to the fight side, that's done. That's taken care of. We know he's one of the best ever, if not the GOAT. But yeah, The Ultimate Fighter, there's a season going on now. Amanda Nunes, Juliana Pena. Enjoy that one. For me, that was where, I really, carved my career, if you will. When I went there to The Ultimate Fighter, I remember when you first start, there's an evaluation process where the coaches take you through a bunch of tests. And it was Tito Ortiz and Ken Shamrock. And they were evaluating our fitness, our striking, our wrestling, and all this type of stuff. And I remember Ken Shamrock had us doing 500 squats and 300 push-ups and, just a bunch of stuff like that. And we had to match up in pairs, right? And I was with Christian Rothermel. And shout out Christian if you see this. But he was actually my first fight. And I'll tell you why he was my first fight, because I chose him after this, if I'm honest. Because we had to do 500 squats. And I said, right, okay, what should we do? We'll do it in 10 sets of 50. Because you didn't have to do it all at once. I said, we'll do it in 10 sets of 50. Have a quick minute, do another 50. So we start doing the first set of body weight squats. And we get to like 23. And he's like, my legs are killing. I'm like, are you serious, mate? I said, we've got another 450 to do after this. Jesus Christ, we haven't even finished the first set. So anyway, that kind of said to me there, this guy's out of shape. So yeah, he was my first fight. But hey, you got to show up on shape, in weight and ready to go, because you fight at the drop of a hat on The Ultimate Fighter. Had some amazing memories, some great times. I was on there with Ross Poynton from England back in the day. He was hilarious. What else? What other good moments? The Ultimate Fighter is just, number one. That fight with Forrest Griffin and Stephan Bonner, that's part of the reason why the UFC, it sounds weird to say why it's so popular, but that's kind of what saved it. They were on the verge of going bankrupt. Their Trojan horse, as Dana White put it, was The Ultimate Fighter. This was a way of getting the UFC into people's homes on TV. They deemed the actual sport itself at the time too violent, but by wrapping it up in The Ultimate Fighter, wrapping it up in a reality TV show, made it a little bit more palatable, a little bit more acceptable to be on mainstream TV. And that's what happened. And then the public saw that these people, like myself and everyone else on there, all the contestants, we're just real people. We're not thugs, we're not animals, we're not savages, we're not barbarians. We're just average, everyday people that are trying to get ahead in life. And I think people really respected that. So it was a genius move from the UFC. Many, many fighters, many champions, many great people. Chris Lieben, Kenny Florian. Who else? My mind goes blank. There's literally so many. I said Matt Serra. I said Rashad Evans, Diego Sanchez, Josh Koscheck. We've had some great coaches. I coached it twice. I coached against Dan Henderson. I coached against Jason Mayhem Miller. Quinton Rampage Jackson was a coach. The Ultimate Fighter, it holds a special place in my heart. I've still got a ton of merchandise in the garage. If anyone wants a Season 3 jersey or a Season 9, I've got plenty of them. I've got so many of them, I don't know what to do with them. But anyway, there it is. Khabib Nurmagomedov, Tony Ferguson, potential coaches, the Eagle versus El Kukui. You never know. It just might happen.